right, Zenio's life is on the line, and he's up against teammate NaDa. Both great OGS players, but only one great OGS player can, well, maybe both of them could move on, but NaDa wants to move on right now.
You know, it's always a painful thing when you have to face off against your teammates because, of course, your teammates are oftentimes some of your best friends if you're a StarCraft, you know, well, 1 or 2 pro gamer. And in a moment like this, I mean, you have to push that out of the way and say, well, I really want to win this. So it's going to be pretty tough.
That's right. Zelnaga Caverns, a classic Zerg versus Terran map. A lot of this may or may not come down to the early 2 barracks play that's so popular on this map against Zerg. A lot of this may or may not come down to the very popular Planetary Fortress at the Gold Base.
Head-to-head here, nerds from around the world, nerds from everywhere, watching the GSL, tall nerds, short nerds, nerds of all color, gay nerds, straight nerds, nerds everywhere, watch the GSL.
Big nerds.
That's right. Skinny nerds, big nerds.
Even nerds with chicken pox. Oh, nerdies.
All right.
Cute little nerdies.
It's time. Head-to-head here. NaDa against Zenio, 2 teammates at the GSL. Who's going to win? We're going to find out. Let's do this. All right, over here in the bottom left, we have our Red Terran, as I say oftentimes, the most consistent pro gamer of all time.
NaDa.
He's so good at that.
He's actually better than she is.
Yeah, I think he is.
Well, he's better at everything than anyone is. He's better at commentating English than you and I.
He's actually a Renaissance nerd.
He is.
Like you and I are, Tosis. Only a few Renaissance nerds out there.
Zenio.
Sorry, Zenio, we didn't give him any credit. Okay, over here is Zenio.
Zenio's quite good at that as well.
Yeah, he is. I miss Zenio's red hair. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the map is Zelnaga Caverns. This is a very, 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 very common map to practice on to play. It's one of the maps that came out right with the game. And oh my God, he's going to do something a little cray-cray.
A little cray-cray.
Crazy.
Proxy barracks going up.
You laugh every time I do that. Now,
It's so funny, man. I can't help it.
Now, this is kind of an interesting situation because the Overlord from Zenio is actually almost, it could potentially graze by that.
I don't think it will.
I don't know. I mean, it's a little bit tough to tell.
These guys practice together, obviously, so this is like a good hiding spot. He knows that Zenio never checks here. That's actually one funny way to beat people that you know. You just like, you're like, all right, and you look at every replay and you just choose a spot on the map that they have never seen.
Yeah, he's like, well, we know he never scouts this spot, so we'll just make this here. But Zenio's going for pull first, so... Oh! He sees an SCV coming out of there, and the Overlord is like...
The Overlord's going to turn to see it, and the Marines are going to probably kill him if he does.
You can see Zenio, like, he's like, I sense danger, what's going on?
I can't believe
he actually went that way, though, with the SCV.
Yeah, that's pretty unfathomable.
Uh-oh, the Overlord is going to be spotted.
Yeah, he's actually going to cancel.
He's going to retract it. That's so smart.
Yeah, and in fact, this may...
You know what?
This was made to kill that Overlord.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That is, like, so smart.
He's going to have to make a bunker at home immediately, though.
Get back here. Oh, I'm the only unit that can't attack a Zerg. This is terrible.
This is actually, that is exactly what it was, Tasis. We were
so
wrong.
Smart. Yeah,
because he's been making a command center in the meantime.
Well, you know what's smart about it is normally if you make the barracks in your main, you can't get the Marine over there in time.
And he's even walling in. He knows everything about how to do this.
Almost killed both those lings.
Almost killed both those lings and the entire Zerg army.
I know. That might have been Tychus Finley in there. I don't know.
I may have been NaDa in there. Nah, if it's not in there, it would have killed everything. Would have killed everything, and then if it was still macroed.
If it was Tychus Finley, the only way he would have died is if, once again, he had been smoking a cigar and the screen on his helmet closed again with the cigar in his mouth. He's like, ah! He drops the cigar and it lands on his neck somewhere, and he's whacking his face with a big Marine hand.
Sneak up on him.
Get it out of me, it burns! Tychus, don't smoke in your suit. You're gonna burn your lips, man. No matter what, you're gonna get burned, man. There's no way.
Yeah. All right. He's probably one of those tough badasses, though, that just swallow his cigar.
Ooh, yeah, maybe.
That's probably what he is. It's like the most disgusting thing in the world. Can't be healthy. Anyways, we do have a nice scan. He's just checking for any cheeses. A little bit of brie in there, maybe some Swiss.
I think goat cheese might be the best cheese.
No, extra sharp cheddar. Make a grilled cheese out of that. It's enough to just, my mouth is actually starting to water.
I love cheese, man.
I wish I had some extra sharp cheddar at home. I'd have a grilled cheese for dinner tonight.
There's going to be a little bit of downtime here, guys. So, again, feel free to add the Twitters. Call me Tasteless or Tosis. Golem TV Net. And if you scroll through my Twitter page, I think my most recent tweet is me bitching that I couldn't get Portal 2 to load on my computer.
Yeah.
But I list some other people to follow on Twitter if you're new to Twitter. Maybe you're a little bit intimidated. It's okay. I won't tell you.
It's scary at first.
It is scary, but you got to be brave, all right?
NaDa right now going for 2 factory Blue Flame Hellion.
This build is very precise by NaDa.
Yes, it is.
You know what's actually funny about this is there's actually nothing Zerg can do to not lose the Overlords against this build.
Yeah, unless he's just like, hey, I'm going to send my Overlord somewhere else.
Yeah, but I mean, the fact of the matter is Zerg always send their Overlords. Almost always. I mean, that would have to be like meta game stuff.
Yeah, it would be pretty crazy. So really smart move by NaDa. Zenio, though, he has 3 creep tumors going. He has a Baneling Nest and a Roach Warren up. So we might see some real aggression from him. Blue Flame Hellions are going to be very important here.
You can see Zenio's sort of debating actually going in there with the Zerglings. He keeps banking in there, and then he's like, no.
He's like trying to check, like, okay, what are you doing? He's trying to decide what is he going to do with this now.
Yeah.
We don't see any roaches yet from Zenio, so when the Blue Flame Hellions come, it's going to be pretty scary for him. Just a single Spine Crawler and a couple Queens as his defense at the front. And look at this. Beautiful. The Marine's going out first. And this is basically that little timing we've seen from Marine King Prime and a few other Terrans as well, where you come up and some Banes aren't making, some Roaches aren't making. There is a Spine Crawler, but this is a scary army, Tasteless. This is scarier than Gremlins to a 6-year-old.
Oh, that's a scary movie. Now, he's continuing to do a few pokes here with the Hellions. I think he was, to some extent, hoping that, in fact, his opponent would not get a Spine Crawler.
Yeah, maybe just run in there and get behind the minerals. Did not turn out that way. But now he's forced a lot of units from Zenio. He's forced a lot of Roaches, forced some Banelings, forced more Zerglings. And Zenio's kind of in this defensive mindset. He's even making some more Zerglings now instead of drones. So just going home, NaDa has done a perfect push.
Yep.
Lost nothing, it cost his opponent a lot.
And I think he's halted. NaDa has the Hellion production. He's going to switch into tanks now. That's smart.
Yeah, from here, just making siege tanks and playing defensive, getting a 3rd command center up, it's going to be pretty hard for Zenio to do anything against. He's already behind on drones from where he could be. And NaDa he's looking so good, man. Zenio taking a 3rd on the right side of the map. I totally endorse that move.
You endorse that?
I stamp it with the Artosis seal of approval. Certified organic hatchery placement.
Oh, Artosis.
Yeah.
Doing the right thing.
It's going to cost 3 times as much, but you're going to feel good eating it.
When you were back, because you're a vegetarian, did you shop at Whole Foods?
They did not have any near where I was living.
That place is expensive.
Mm-hmm. No, I just bought regular vegetables out of my grocery store.
I do most of my shopping at Costco.
Yeah, Costco's a great place.
Got Costco in Korea. So I know some nerds like, they have Costco? Yes, they have Costco.
Tasteless,
they have McDonald's? Yes, they have McDonald's. What?
I have an exciting announcement to make. Finally, I have found out that at eMart, they sell vegetarian hot dogs and sausages. Soy ones.
Are you a fan of those?
I'm a huge fan from America, but I haven't had them for years and years and years because I've lived here. But now I found them again.
You know, Doritos are quite hard to find out here.
They're impossible to find out here.
They're so difficult to find. That's actually like...
It's the holy grail, man.
I know, it really is. Now, Zenio's going to double expand here. And I think this is an interesting decision because it's one where if NaDa can't punish him for it in the next few minutes, Zenio's going to be like way ahead.
Oh, Zenio is doing a great job, man, but NaDa is 20 supply ahead right now.
But you know what's smart about what NaDa's doing is he's just going to use the Hellions to move around the map, because when, you know, as long as they're not on creep, the only thing that can get close to him is Zerglings, and those things are not going to be good against Blue Flame Hellions.
No, not good at all, Tasteless.
No.
Not even a little bit.
No.
And that's stalling out any drones going to the gold base. Normally you want to have that fully droned up right away, but those Hellions just keep poking their faces around. And, you know, those are like scary to drones, man. Just like clowns are scary to Tasteless.
Yeah, ever since they killed my father, it's never been to the circus again. Now the only clowns I see are the nubs on BattleNet. The ones think they can beat me. And I pop out of the bushes and my face is painted, just so I match the bushes, and I shoot a little dart through a little bamboo pole and it goes to their neck. Then they wake up, they're being cooked in nerd soup, and I took their ladder points. We got a push coming out here.
This is a very scary push indeed, but Zenio looking like he may want to just run around.
Zenio's got the right idea in mind. I think counterattacking is the way to go for it.
Well, he made NaDa draw back for a moment. Cute little attack here, but NaDa already had SCVs up to repair and slow
One
down.
of those is going to go down. Yeah, I was going to say.
And then what gets through just dies. Nice job, NaDa. You're so smart.
Way to be.
How do you get so smart?
Why so handsome? Oh!
Well, Thors are there. You don't want to run Banelings into Thors or Siege tanks.
Okay, I think this was totally bad decision. I think it's like suddenly he just gave up.
You know, Zenio's been falling apart lately, man. I don't know. Like, I have so much faith in him to recover, but he has been completely owned in both his games now. It looks like Zenio going to go for a counterattack, but not nearly enough. In fact, he turns around after losing a few things.
I think Zenio is so caught off guard by that build that NaDa did at the start. The Marine kills the Overlord, and then it's not an all-in. He's like, what?
Yeah. NaDa is running circles around him at the moment.
Now I think NaDa is just massing up a few more units for his army, holding that gold position there for a little bit, now giving it up. Says, all right, what do you do when you're ahead? You get more ahead. So I'll see if he tries to expand there again. He might even let the hatchery finish and then go back up there and kill it again.
Well, don't forget that even though he killed that gold base, Zenio does have a third that just got scanned.
Very true.
So he does have a pretty decent economy still.
Yeah, that's very
He's
true.
got 70 drones. That's a lot of drones. You can get a lot of units like that. Switched over to Mutas. Unfortunately for him, NaDa already has 2 Thors and a bunch of Marines with +2 attack. And down goes that base, and Zenio is now on his last leg, Tasteless.
And the Thors are doing a lot of damage and driving out the Mutas. And Zenio going to do it again. I like the way he's doing it. He's going to double expand again. He's like, well, I'm going to take another risk here.
Yeah, and he's got to continue that, clean up that small attack.
You can almost see, though, that NaDa is like somewhat of a league above Zenio. He is being so patient here. He's sort of like, all right, he's like intentionally letting him expand. Like you can see he's having it at the gold base. He's going to let that finish. Then he goes up there and kills it, so Zenio loses money and drone mining time. Then he just goes back, and he's like, all right.
Well,
nice.
Zenio's just looking for something to do here, man. He keeps on making circles, keeps on making Banelings. But against the heavy mech contingent, it's going to be harder to get real damage in with. Picking off some units here and there. Zenio is in a supply lead now. 175 to 170. 5 now for NaDa.
Now he might park this command center here, wait for it to turn into a planetary, and then attack the gold base. As I said, he's letting him finish the expansions.
I'm not even 100% sure I would go planetary there. Zenio is known for killing them with Banelings.
Interesting.
I like to be able to. Uh-oh. And Zenio, big counter. Over in the natural of NaDa. Does not have a whole lot there, just a couple bunkers. Feeling a little bit safer than he truly is. Up come the Banelings, going for the Marines.
If he gets the Marines,
a lot of SCVs there as well.
Command center going down. Oh my God, he barely saved that command center. That was so close.
Louise. NaDa, though, took quite a beating there, I have to say. Zenio's playing a good game right now.
Yeah, he's quite good.
138 supply for NaDa, 169 for Zenio.
I think had he waited 1 or 2 more seconds and taken out the command center, not entirely sure if it would have worked, but...
Well, SCVs were repairing. It was so close. I feel like it would have as well, but...
it's a tough call to make
yeah.
when you're in the booth and you're on TV.
Still, he is going for another counterattack.
You know
Keep it
what?
not in his base.
He's actually handling this pretty well. He's making sure that the command center won't land. Meanwhile, he needs the gold or taking some damage. Zenio's starting to kind of engineer a comeback, I think.
This is one of the best usages of John's common knowledge hallway that I have ever seen. Really.
You know what I mean? It's
every time NaDa moves out, Zenio goes through. Watch this. NaDa's moving out. No, Zenio's going to go through, man.
Zenio comes back in and says,
He's like, no, I'm still here, bro.
Bruh. Get out of my base, bruh. Then NaDa goes back and goes, I'm not your bro, and pushes him.
Yeah.
That little...
And the roaches run away.
Yeah.
That is a scary place to be set up.
Did he make that into a planetary and orbital? I didn't get a shot of that. Okay.
Everyone likes the planetary there.
Well, I mean, you feel safer.
Toast's brain is all about mules, though. It's the only thing I know.
All I see is mules. Oh, man. He actually got that siege tank. I'm a little bit surprised by that. And I think what he wants
a lot of units coming in. But the siege tanks are a sieging, and the banelings are rolling. Can they connect? Not quite enough.
Wait a minute.
Zenio almost
I was going to
breaks
say,
through.
he almost killed that all off.
And suddenly Zenio taking the supply lead, 160 to 117. Tasteless. Zenio just doing such a great job this game. He really is. 36 SCVs, 38 now, 263 drones. So Zenio is just... He's playing like a runaround Zerg right now, man. And here he goes once again. Siege tanks being taken out in the front. The Thors are there, and a lot of the Marines do get taken out, and it looks like Zenio.
Oh my god, he actually drove him back again.
Beautiful, beautiful play.
And you know what? Now that the gold base is completed,
Dude,
he actually needs to kill that thing fast. Oh, it's not complete. It's about to complete. Like, okay, now it's done.
Tasteless, I tell you, that counterattack into the natural is really what brought Zenio back. He waited all game, just kept on trying, and he is the little engine who could, Tasteless.
We see some banelings coming down here. And I think what Zenio's going to do now is he's going to power up. I don't think he necessarily has to go kill his opponent in the next 5 or so minutes. Just keep making stuff.
Yeah, no, Zenio's actually fine now. He's got all these additional bases. He's got on the right side. He's got the gold going. He's got the regular third base that we see. Look at this, more counterattacks. He is playing NaDa like a fiddle.
He
and
is.
Zenio is a sick fiddle player.
He is. Now we have a muted attack up here. And you know what's interesting about this is that although NaDa has a planetary and everything like that, he's not able to be out on the map.
Yeah.
He has no mobility.
None, and Zenio has all of it. You know, this is so weird, because I was saying earlier, I feel like Zenio can get out of this group, and then I was losing faith, but here he is coming back, and wait a minute, though. Will this attack actually work out?
I think he wants to get that command center down there.
In the meantime, NaDa has a sick drop going on right there, and killing off another Zenio base. This is a weird game, Tasteless.
Well, it looks like Zenio had to sack that location to the far right.
Yeah.
That's a pretty hard place for Zerg to hold in these positions.
Yeah, but, I mean, at least you make NaDa split up his forces a little bit and hold on to some other bases. Zenio still in the lead supply-wise, 152 to 116.
I want to point, is he actually repairing that command center in the bottom center? Okay, he is.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to burn down.
He's not going to Yui that thing, man. This is not enough.
Yeah, remember that game?
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
400 EPM, herp derp.
That was like watching a child fail at his piano recital. I was like, oh, God. Please just repair the command center. You're on TV, it's going to burn down, and then it just goes. And you can see he's just like, oh my God. Now, NaDa is just trying to regroup. I don't think he's going to push out until he's maxed. And then, right as I say that, he's pushing out. Never mind. And this is going to give an opportunity here for another counterattack.
Zenio running units around all over the place. Great creep spread, by the way. I don't think we've harped on that enough.
Oh, sick.
Wow.
NaDa might have just lost the game.
Yeah,
nice
he
snipe.
may have, but he's still got a pretty fearsome army out.
Well, NaDa's going to go all the way around the map, killing everything off.
Pretty much, yeah.
Very, very quickly.
He's already floating his main orbital over to take the gold again.
That happened so fast.
Yeah. Zenio loves doing stuff like that, man. He was like the first one.
Save the Thor! Nice.
Zenio does clean up. 151 supply to 122.
Now,
still NaDa with a scary army, though.
NaDa needs to unsiege and go to that expansion ASAP. Not even ASAP. No, too many syllables. Not enough time to say that ASAP. And we got another counter.
NaDa's going to have to be careful. There are some infestors in the mix now. Oh, Sea-Chink's being taken out. The Marines run down. The infestors want a piece of those Marines.
Now, he got that, I think, maybe NaDa could come back from the situation.
Oh my god, if NaDa just turtles for a moment, he might win this.
He just needs to get this base over here. Muta's.
Oh no, Muta's trying to attack the tank line, taking some huge Thor volleys. And Zenio, you know, he had 80 drones a moment ago. That was a huge part of his supply, but just he's not mining.
And
NaDa barely mining. Super close game.
And there are some infestors. He might try to steal the Thors or Fungal. Fungal in this case. I think stealing the Thors might have been a little bit of a better idea. And that might be the nail in the Zenio coffin.
Wow. 84 supply to 84 supply. Zenio, mostly drones. He's got 30 supply of not drone.
Well, here's an interesting fact. Is I think NaDa will, even though this game, he should be dead. Zenio should be dead. He might have to lift up
not
and defend the blue base. What? What did you say?
He's not drone yet.
He's not drone yet. And look at this nice tank spread. Says no Baneling do I fear. For
Baneling itself.
am the NaDa. Now hand me my beer.
Oh, look at you. You could be a poet laureate.
Yep.
GG. NaDa goes on to the round of 16. Zenio down to the up and down matches. NaDa super duper happy.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, double twos. That's a 4.
Double twos. NaDa, so good. So good. That was actually a pretty impressive game because Zenio
that was actually a great game by both
almost had
players.
him checkmated.
Well, Zenio was almost checkmated early, and then he came back heroically and barely lost. Obviously very distraught, as we see here.
Well, that was a tough game for both those guys. One of the better Terran vs. Zergs I've casted. I was pretty pleased with that.
I was completely pleased with that. That game was a 9 out of 10.
It was.
Entertainment value at least.
At least. And you can see Zenio very disappointed. I'm assuming NaDa is going to do his booth.
Showing proper specs.
Zenio very disappointed with himself there. You know, sometimes for some players it's not best to talk to them after they lose.
I'm one of those. You guys see me in Atlanta, I just lost. I'm getting more mature. Maybe I can handle it.
The Courage tournament when I had lost, and my face was so red. I was so pissed.
Yeah. People were there filming you.
And the other documentary team filming me. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so pissed. So Zenio, one of those guys as well. Zenio is out of Codex. He's got to fight now to stay in there. So next we're gonna have Ranking Prime against Alicia. And I would probably say that Ranking Prime's weakest matchup is his TVP. Would you agree with that?
I feel like he's pretty even all, but yeah, that would be just barely his weakest matchup, I would say. But he's improved it a lot lately. The thing is, Alicia could very well be the best PvT player in the world.
Yeah.
He's like the reason MVP is not in Code S.
I think Alicia might be slightly favored, but just by a few percentage points.
I favor him greatly here, to be perfectly honest.
Because he's your man crush.
His PvT is just amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It's really good.
You guys are going to see, this guy just reads what the Terran is doing.
He's got good builds.
He's got the sickest builds. He's got insane multitasking. He's handsome. He's smart. He knows how to pick a good wine to go with whatever we're eating.
Oh, what a guy! That guy with the girl's name is Alicia. We're gonna have a quick little break. No, we're not. We're actually gonna right into this. We only don't get a
break. Yeah, we're gonna do this one.
What am I saying?
Depending upon who wins, we'll have 1 or 2 more games.
All right, Alicia. Very good Protoss versus Terran. Marine King. Well, everybody knows it.
Imagine if Marine King went up and down as well.
And this,
wild.
that would be huge. The map Xelnaga Caverns again. So
Good map for PvT. I really like PvTs on this map. It's very, very interesting. There's multiple ways Terran can pressure in, but there's small enough chokes that someone with enough force fields can hold it off. Of course, it's going to make them make a few more sentries than on some maps. But who doesn't want more sentry stasis? That's my question.
Zerg players don't.
Good comeback.
A zing. All right, the countdown has started. It's game time. Terran versus Protoss. This game's so pivotal for both of these players. Who's going to win it? Marine King is already down one game. Alicia is up.